I'm muted. What's up? Welcome. Good afternoon. It's an Army List review show. We're here. I'm going to review some Tyranid lists. Yep, I'm muted. I fixed it. Chat is catching up on that. We've got 8 lists today. It's kind of weird, like a weird spot right now. I'm kind of just like waiting and watching the clock for the new data slate. There's a lot of people on the internet that are saying it's Wednesday. But you guys know anything about the internet? Sometimes it's most of the time it's probably not like super accurate. So who knows? Could be Wednesday, could be never. Before we get going, I do want to mention our incredible sponsors at Secondhand Geek. This is commercial Jordan for a second. Secondhand Geek, they've been helping us out quite a bit. Love the support. They're doing pre-orders now. That's a new thing that they're launching on their site. If you want to pre-order through them, you're absolutely able to do that. If you pre-order using our affiliate link, then we get a little bit of kickback as well to whatever's pre-ordered. All those links should be down below for the new Chaos Knights. The new Chaos Knights look super sweet, and the Battle Force is literally just half of a competitive Chaos Knight army. So if you want to immediately have like half of a Chaos Knight competitive army, then go check out that pre-order for the Battle Force, and it's going to be a great time. Catching up with chat a little bit. We are all just waiting. Have a tournament in 2.5 weeks. Waiting ain't great. I agree. A United Wargamer, your Blood Angels main, right? I do. There have been some people that have said there's going to be some cool stuff coming from Blood Angels. So just wait a couple more days, United Wargamer, I think. It should be a good time for you. I'm also like hesitantly like, am I a Blood Angel player for a little bit? Probably not. I don't know. I do have a lot of Blood Angels. It'll certainly be this week, in all likelihood, before Saturday. It's usually on Thursdays, but could be tomorrow, Wednesday. I think it's on Wednesday. I think it's on Wednesday, and it's just because of another content creator posted a screenshot of their weekly schedule, and like Wednesday is all a bunch of like question marks and like mysterious stuff, and it's like special Warhammer announcement show or something. So like, I mean, come on. Ozlith has a ridiculous goal. Are Bengals getting a refresh? I don't want to spread rumors, but I'm about to immediately spread rumors. Apparently, people have been saying that Blood Angels get quite a bit of points drops. But we will see. Who knows? Nobody knows. I really like this leaderboard thing, but it's going to distract me a whole bunch. We do have a super chat goal up there. If you want to super chat and get hyped together about the Battle Status slate, that's awesome, but don't feel pressure or anything. You're going to be getting the entire collection of Tyranids. Wow. Also, I do have to say, I did see both your lists. I think we're going to take a break with your list just for this week. Give the slots to some other people just for this week, and then next week I would love to see one of your lists and review it. But we're gonna take a pause on because you submitted 2, right? We'll take a break, and I'll hit up some of your lists next week. If you want to resubmit after the balanced data slate, I would I would encourage you to do so. I'm sorry, Ozolith. Yeah, there's only so much time to review lists. And let's get into it. Our first list. Sorry, your potato is sad, man. Our first list is Troy. I think Troy has actually been a pretty long viewer of the channel, which is awesome. Very cool. He says, "What are your thoughts on my Bay Area open list for this coming weekend?" Well, hopefully I got to it in time. I'm sure I didn't, so I apologize. But let's take a look through it. It's Invasion Fleet. It's High Fleet Ultra 2. Oh, we have Triple Broodlord, an Invasion Fleet. Jeez. And a Winged Hive Tyrant with Adaptive Biology. Okay. 2 10-man Hormagaunts. Biovore, Excrin, Gene Stealer, Lictor, Raveners. Holy guacamole. And then 12. Yeah, he's rolling with his Hormies. Don't say that too quick, 12 Von Ryans. Interesting. So, no, he's got the tax right here. Man, Bennis is on the leaderboard for sure. He's killing it. This is a very interesting list. My knee-jerk reaction, it's just, I think it's how, if you like super chat, if you like give members or stuff, right now it says you're number one. And also if you just chat regularly, it says you're number one as well. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I think you just play this list in Vanguard. You just get yourself some advance in charge. I mean, unless you're really wanting to proc like the, it is too powerful. The adrenal glands, the crits on 5s with the Gene Stealers, that can be pretty nasty. This is interesting. Let's see. What stuff do we gain from being an invasion? You did get here first. That's right, Oslo. Well, we get exploding 6s, or we get lethals, which is pretty strong. We get a 5 of Feel No Pain on our Gene Stealers. We get Overrun. We get Fight on Death with our Gene Stealers. Exocrines can punch up. You know what? I don't mind it, actually. I don't mind it at all in Invasion Fleet. And it's kind of just like we're playing all of the good stuff. I will say, I really, really don't think you need 12 Von Ryan Sleepers. I don't think you need 12 Von Ryan Sleepers. I think that is way too high. It's like 280 points. So I think you drop. I think you probably drop 9 of them. What are we? Are we right at 2,000 points? No, we have 10 points left over. So we can do a couple things with that. What's up, Alan? Oh, you sent an or was that I think I glanced at it. It was like Legends. That could be interesting. So let's do that. I think we drop both of these. If we just do like a 3-man, I think I know why. Oh, maybe here's why he wants. Maybe we only drop 1. Bennis, thank you so much for the membership, man. Oh, the snail. The snail got sniped. The snail got a member. Wow. I wish the snail was here so we could talk about the snail. That's incredible. Thank you very much for the support. So if we drop, so the reason why he probably has 2 6-man VRLs is because he wants to screen out his 30 Gene Stealers from being able to scout wherever they want to go. I think you could probably still do the same thing with 1 6-man. So that's still going to give us 140 points. The thing that I'm worried about, and actually maybe I'm not too worried about it. I was going to say the thing that I'm worried about, it's actually 150, is like armor, like going up against tanks and stuff. But if you're an invasion fleet, then all of these Gene Stealers have lethals. It's like 40 attacks. That's pretty gross. And then, I don't know, if you do the exploding exploding on 5s. That can be pretty gross. So I think we're actually okay on anti-tank, but you have to be very careful with the Gene Stealers. And I do like the Hive Tyrant. -1 attack into the Gene Stealers while they're also -1 to hit, and then you can pop the 5-up. Feel no pain. It's quite strong. And I'll be honest, I'm also like really kind of high up on Hormagaunts right now. I actually really up on Hormagaunts. Enemy, good to see you, man. And they got the dev wounds too, so they can like kind of pop tanks. So I kind of, it's weird how I feel like this should be Vanguard Onslaught, but it also just kind of works in Invasion Fleet. You could play this very easily in Vanguard, and I think you would be fine as well. Maybe one too many Exocrines. We have 150 points. Marble. How do you like new asymmetrical missions and deployments? Can play on them on stream. Maybe they look fun. They do look fun. I think the asymmetrical missions, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think the asymmetrical are going to be for non-competitive and for like casual if you just want to do that casually. But we'll have to wait until the new tournament companion and see what's in the new tournament companion and then kind of go from there. But if they're in the tournament companion, yeah, I would like to play them. I think they're sweet. It's very interesting how they're adding like some casual stuff and some competitive stuff in there too. It's gonna be a really cool new part of the edition. They're not for tournaments. Okay, thank you, Ozla. So 150 points. I am feeling like one more Ravener squad. I love Raveners. So they can skirmish pretty well. So that's going to bring us down to 75. 75. And then just real quick, I think we just do a third Lictor. This list is kind of sweet. And we have 15 points left over. We'll just have a Broodlord have perfectly adapted. Man, it's going to be tough with this slate. I'm going to have to like re-memorize all of these points and stuff. We are missing Nyx. I haven't seen I haven't seen him yet. I agree, Bennis. I agree. I think most of what me and my buddies play of the W&W crew, we mostly try to be competitive, you know? So I think a lot of the times just our matches end up kind of leaning more towards that way because we're also getting like tournament reps and just testing things out. But we can maybe do like an extra stream where we do some like crusade stuff or like some casual stuff. That'd be sweet. This list is very interesting, Troy. I hope it did well for you at BAO. I think BAO already happened. I forget. But tell us in the comments what you think about the list and how it performed. Love to see it. All right, moving right along. Are you doing a second video of this week? A second stream? Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to see. I think I have something that I have to do Thursday. I will be probably, if the slate comes out Wednesday, I will most likely be recording / streaming a video of that and then posting it on Wednesday. Also, our stream Wednesday is going to be a little bit different. We're probably going to have to be streaming on TTS. I think Zach and I are going to play. But our IRL streaming place will not be available this Wednesday. So we're going to have to do something different. Enemy, did I miss my list, Jordan? When did you post it? I did not see it. Sorry. Enemy, I will, if you want to re-up it or whatever. Maybe it was because, did your member fall off and then that's why I didn't see it? I'm sorry, man. I don't know. Moving along, we have Wyrmadameril. Wyrmadameril. I don't know. He says, "Hey Jordan, thank you for the great content. It helps a lot." Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm using the following list. Would like to get some feedback on how to get the most of it. This list is basically all my currently owned models besides some Ripper Swarms. I'm open to buying more stuff, but I like to only be using models from the range refresh since they are the models that appeal to me. Oh, did we already do this one? I don't know if we did this one last week. Yes, we did do this one. Dang it. I must have not deleted it. Well, Worm, I'm sorry. Moving right along. Man, that was a quick list review. I think we did that one last week because I remember he had a bunch of enhancements that we swapped out. Okay, cool. Sorry about that, everybody. We've got Daniel Ghaffari. It's one meme list as penance. Okay. All right. Do you guys, if we reach our super chat goal, we can make a meme list. I'll do that. That's fine. No promises. We play it on Wednesday, but we'll see. We'll see. I was gonna say I did want to say that list last week you did for Assimilation Swarm. I just got my 6 Biovore boxes, making them as Pyrovores. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Well, it sounds like you're fully committed into Assimilation Swarm. That's amazing. Let's see what Daniel has to say. Hey, Jordan. I just recently ran into your channel and I really enjoy watching your videos. They're very helpful for someone who is new to the hobby and for anyone who wants to build an effective army. Thank you. I myself just got into the hobby and wanted to build a list for Assimilation Swarm. Venice too. It looks the most fun for me, and I rarely see anyone using it. I wanted to go for a list that is much more focused, or not Venice, Ozlith, sorry, focused around big units rather than a swarm. List with a bunch of battle line. Because of this, the list may not be the most effective competitively, but I wanted my list to work in a more casual sense that I can use it without being swept. Yeah, feel free to make any changes. I also have a box of Hormagons, love them. That came with the Ripper Swarm. If I should add that to the army, also make whatever changes to the equipment and enhancements that you would like to. The only thing I ask that you keep the Norn Assimilator. That is one of the main reasons I also like Assimilation Swarm. Thank you so much. I love the content. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, dude. The Assimilator is actually pretty cool. I like it in Assimilation Swarm, and I'm happy that it is now actually able to assimilate. You know. Okay, so moving through here, we have Hive Tyrant, Instinctive Defense, Biophagic Flow. Beautiful. That's a 1-2 punch that I feel like a lot of Assimilation Swarms start with. Old One Eye. Old One Eye is interesting too because I think he can regenerate twice. Right? Like you feed the swarm and then you do his ability. So it could be kind of cool. No Battle Line. Biovores, Carnifex, Harspex, Norn Assimilator. Oh, is this? No. Wow. Okay, so he's saying that he doesn't want a whole lot of changes, right? Oh, no, this is from a different one. Okay, cool. So let's take a look at how many harvester units we have and see if we feel like we need more, right? We have 1, 2 Harspexes, a Norn Assimilator, 1, 2 Cyclophages, 4 Pyrovores, Tyrannifex, and Tyrant Guard. Okay. So you following like your stipulations, not really stipulations, just kind of what you want to do. I think you've created the perfect list for what you're describing. You just want a bunch of durable stuff. You don't want a whole bunch of swarm stuff. You just want to run up the field with a bunch of monsters and go ham. I think that's sweet. I think that's awesome. I think here's what I would say. Okay, so first with the Carnifexes, if you're running them, you need to have 4 times the Death Spitters on each of them. And then you need all the small guns too. All the small guns. And then you can go from that. Venice, you are the crowns are very distracting, but all I see is Venice always being number 1. So that's what you need to do. The Death Spitters, you do double Death Spitters, and then you do the Spine Banks as well as the Acid Spray. Then the Carnifex is like really shoot really hard. So if you're running Old One Eye with Carnifexes, which I think you should, I think that's a really cool unit. And in fact, I talked about it in the video I posted today. However, in this list, I feel like Old One Eye can just function on his own. He doesn't really need anything. And we could probably use the 230 other points just for some scoring units. And I know he said he didn't want a whole bunch of swarm. We're going to go for a list that's more focused around big units rather than a swarmy list. A bunch of battle line because of this. Okay, so I'm not going to do like a bunch of battle line, but I think I am going to suggest like 2 battle line units. And you can take this advice and you can ignore it, which would be perfectly fine. Or think about including just a couple of units of battle line so that they can, function, help you score points, help you deny your opponent's primary as well. The only thing that I think I'm going to cut in this list is the Carnifexes. Boom. We're just going to cut the Carnifexes. That's going to be 230 points for us to get more scoring options, which I think, honestly, is huge. It's going to be perfect. So right away, I think we want 2 Lictors. Lictors are probably one of our best units. 60 points. That's 120 points. The slate is not out, Morgan. I swear to goodness. When I read that though, my heart literally dropped. I was like, but then I read your name. I was like, you get out of here, Morgan. I will say, Morgan is Morgan is my favorite team captain of a team that I will be playing on in July. Out of all the team captains that I will be playing along with in July at Chattanooga ATC, he is my favorite. Morgan is my favorite. It's the truth. Okay, so we only have 110 points. Man, those points went fast when I just did 2 Lictors. Let's see. We could do... Do we have any room for... Maybe we just do 1 Lictor? We just do 1 Lictor and then do... Because I think Hormagaunts are pretty cool. I like Hormagaunts. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. We just do the boring thing. We have 170 points. Wow. I'm his favorite person. He didn't say any kind of stipulation to that. So I feel like I'm worse, I feel worse. But we're gonna do 2 by 10 gargoyles. We drop the Carnifexes, put a Lictor in, 2 gargoyles. I know it's kind of lame, but I just feel like this list needs action monkeys. It needs a couple of action monkeys. There's too much stuff. There's also an argument that we drop the Tyranid as well. Just because I feel like the anti-tank is kind of there. Like Norn Assimilator, Harspexes do fine as well. That's where I would take this list. I think this list is pretty cool. I think Assimilation Swarm is great. It's just so crazy because I'm just like, I'm waiting for the slate. Our Nid's going to get points drops. There's a rumor that we get a detachment. Who knows? Ben, I'm sorry. I know it's yawn, but moving right along, you could keep hey, look, you could keep the Carnifexes and it's probably fine. It's probably a really cool list. I just think to push it a little bit more competitive, you need at least 3 units that their job is to deny primary or score secondaries. That's what I did. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Moving right along, we've got Waffle Garcia. Hey, it's Waldo. You have reviewed one of my lists before. Awesome. I think I remember that. And I appreciate the feedback. I was thinking about this assimilation list for my next tournament. I'm not sure if I should go with the Range Warriors or switch over to Melee. Rodrigo, opposed to triple... What? Rodrigo, I'm sorry. I must have missed it, or maybe I covered it already. I apologize. Well, so we'll do this. Okay, after slate, I'll do, maybe I even refresh the thread. Oh, actually, Rodrigo, I think I do remember covering the triple Moloch. I think I actually do remember covering that a couple of weeks ago. So if you haven't watched all of those VODs, I'm sorry. I don't recall the exact live stream that I covered it on, but I do remember covering the triple. What's up, Murgle King? And Rodrigo, it's good to see you in the chat. Yeah. All right, it's Waldo. So he's thinking about switching Range Warriors or switch over to Melee. So I think pretty much all the time you're going to want to do Melee, but let's take a look at, even in Warrior Bioform, just Melee is better. We are Assimilation Swarm. We have 5 points to play with. Characters, we got Old One Eye. Man, the second Assimilation Swarm list to have Old One Eye in it. It's kind of cool. And he's the warlord. Wow. Sick. Hive Tyrant with instinctive defense. A second Hive Tyrant with biophagic flow. One Tyranid Prime. Oh my gosh, with parasitic biomorphology. I forget. Thank you, Murgle King. Yeah, if you could all like the stream, liking the stream helps quite a bit. It costs you nothing. And every time you like the stream, I smile. It's true. Parasitic biomorphology. Okay, sweet. So this is, let's just take a look. We've got Biovore. I'm also gonna like do some of this just so I can. No battle line again. I wonder if like Assimilation Swarm wants to lean towards no battle line. Maybe just like their points are so tight with stuff that they want. They just need all the points they can get, you know, and so they don't run battle line too much. And these are 2 Carnifexes. Sacrifice. Yeah, sorry again, Rodrigo. Let me know if you have any questions, and we can. I'd love to let you know or whatever. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely going to want to switch this to. You're going to want to switch this to the melee. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, you have 2, 1, 1. All right. I think we had 10 points. We have 5 points left over. And I'm just gonna cut one of these rippers and use those 20 points. Wait, let me do this. So that would be 30 points left over. 30 points. And we'll put 20 points. We'll change this out for melee. I just think unless you have like a very specific reason to run the ranged warriors, the melee warriors are just better. They're just better, really. And then we'll have 10 points left over. And they're only 20 points more than the ranged warriors. So like, I don't really think it's too much of a difference. Okay, so he's got 2 Carnifexes. I'm going to say the same thing that I said before. He does have the small guns, the Bioplasma Spine Banks. The Crushing Claws are okay. But I just feel like with all the rerolls you're going to get from Old One Eye, just having an insane number of shots is just incredible. So I would say if we're keeping the Carnifexes, which I think we'll keep them this time, you want to have Death Spitters ×2, and you want to have that on both of them. It's just kind of the way to go. And I'll be honest with you, like if you're worried about WYSIWYG as well, nobody knows what Tyranid weapons look like. Yeah, you just say, oh, those are the Death Spitters, and they're like, okay, sweet. That's what it is. Now, if you're like a Space Marine player, you gotta have all your stuff looking the right way. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Okay, so I'm not a huge fan of Ripper Swarms. I'll be honest with you. I am a huge fan of Pyrovores. I also do love that we have 2 lictors already, so we don't really need to pay the lictor tax. The double Hive Tyrant is kind of crazy though, right? I'm not really sure. Did he? Double Hive Tyrant is a lot, right? I think we drop a Hive Tyrant. And that's going to give us what? 245 points. Oh my word. I agree with you, Murgle King. Like if I want to play a weird, like space, grim, dark, futuristic battle with miniatures, I want all my miniatures to look very kind of spooky. Opportunity for free strats and lethal. I agree, but like if you position careful enough, you can probably just do that with 1 Hive Tyrant. I mean, I guess it does get a little bit harder with the does he have Tyrant Guard in this? Oh. No. Well, should we put Tyrant Guard in? I don't know. points is it? It's like 160 for a 6-man, right? I think so. Oh, what's up, Jack? Good to see you, man. Jack, let's get a game in soon. Maybe next Tuesday. We'll see. I don't know. That'd be sick, though. It's great to see you, man. Let's see. Tyrant Guard are, I think they're 80 points a piece, or 80 points for 3. Yeah, so 160. You're out till the 11th. Okay. I'll see you after that. Yeah, sure. No worries. Now, do we want to do that? That only gives us 65 points to play with. I personally don't really feel like you actually need the Tyrant Guard brick to just have, you know. We are 5 points away. Oh, and Biophagic Flow. Okay, well, I think we have to do, it's not like super cool, but I think we have to put a Neurotyrant. Biophagic Flow. It's 25 points. What if, that was 245, right? What if we just put like a Parasite and gave it Biophagic Flow instead? So that's only 90 points. So we would have 155 points to play with. What could we do after 155 points? We could do like a Haruspex. Then I like that. Okay, let's do it. Parasite Chan is in the house. It's 80 points normally. Biophagic Flow, I believe, is 10 points. So we'll be at 155 points. Now, I'm not including the Parasite because he's going to spawn a whole bunch of Rippers and stuff. Because he doesn't really do that. I'm doing that because he's our cheapest character. I thought I just saw something out of the window. I like freaked out for a second. He's our cheapest character, and he's going to carry an enhancement very, very well. And then we can just kind of like, after this, we will do a Haruspex. I think you should consider a Haruspex as a one of in Assimilation Swarm list. At least I think they're really annoying to take care of because you got to feed them every day. No. Just because they're T11, 3-up save, 14 wounds, and they regen every single. It's just crazy. And then we can just kind of do this. Beep. And then trade off that. Ripper and just create another one. Big Bad John. What's up? Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you, man. It's great to see you. Welcome back. I hope wherever you were, I hope you were having a good time or whatever. Good to see you in the chat again, though. Sick. Okay, so just reviewing the list, it's a bunch of big boys. Check it out. We've got Old One Eye. We have a Hive Tyrant with Instinctive Defense. We have a Parasite of Mortrex with a Biophagic Flow. We have the Winged Tyranid Prime with a Parasitic Biomorphology. We have 1 Biovore. We have a Haruspex, 2 Lictors, 2 Pyrovores, 6 Melee Warriors, 4 Rippers, 2 Carnifexes, 2 Psychophages, 2 Tyrannifex. This is just kind of like a big, beefy list. A bunch of monsters jamming it up the center. The joys of promotion and work travel. Yeah. My goal is to never really be promoted from where I'm at. I just sounds like more work, you know. And just. But where is Old 4-Eye? Jacoria, I don't know. Look, this is my Old 1-Eye. He's got 1 eye, chat. He doesn't have 4. I feel like if you were to, oh, here's something. If somebody could print this, if there was like a Carnifex, right? But then he had like little, here, I'll go to this scene. If there was a Carnifex and he had, oh, Bennis is intrigued already. And he had little tiny glasses, but he was still like the Old 1-Eye model. And then it's Old 3-Eye. Benjamin, thank you for the super chat. What should Should old 3-eye exist? I feel like that would be incredible. I would love that. But anyways, moving right along. Thank you, Benjamin. I appreciate that. That's awesome of you. Thank you for the super chat, dude. Old 3-eye. I would feel, yeah. Sounds Slaneshi to me. Ooh, give old 1-eye a monocle and then a top hat. What if what? Man, jeez. Does he have a? I feel like he has to, right? And then like one of his claws is maybe reaching towards his hat because he doesn't want to be rude. You know. I think I do have the Hive Sultan. You know, I've got he's my Hive Tyrant that I got commissioned, and he's got like this big old hat that's like super big. Anyways, tipping the hat. Road Turtle. Thank you again, Benjamin. I really appreciate the super chat. Thanks for making fantastic content. As a new player in Warhammer and Tyranids, your videos have been helpful. This list is a 1,500 point list for an upcoming tournament league I will play in. Awesome. Very cool. Ooh, Sir One-Eye. Now, if this is a tangent, but I think it is an important one. If old One-Eye has a monocle, oh, I've got two questions actually. If old One-Eye has a monocle, first question, does that make him 2-eyes? Old 2-eyes. And second, arguably more important question, does the monocle, here, I've got my old 1-eye's head right here. It just pops off. Does the monocle go on his no-eye part or does it go on his actual eye part? Matt, thank you for the super chat, dude. You guys are incredible. That's some hard-hitting questions. Of course he has a chained watch. What are you talking about, Ben? Of course. Of course he would, you know? Hopefully we'll figure out the answer to those questions. We've got a Hive Tyrant. Very cool. Oh, what are we? We are Invasion Fleet. Okay. We have a Hive Tyrant, Bone Sword, Last Whip, and Heavy Venom Cannon. I've been doing the double melee, but I think this is also monocle would be on the no-eyed side. Yeah, but aren't you supposed to be able to see? Like, doesn't it make your eyesight better? I don't know. Bugs and Tuxedos paint theme. It's got to be on the no-eye. I think you guys are right. Hive Time with Synaptic Linchpin. Okay, so we're probably going to take out Synaptic Linchpin. We have the Tervigon with Adaptive Biology. Sweet. I do like that build. Termagants, 40 Termagants. And they're all in Spine Fist. If you can, model the Flamethrower, what is it, the Strangle Web? On both of these, and then just do 18. I would recommend, because it's just kind of like, it can be free devs sometimes. Who knows? Oh, Dracoria brings up a pretty good point. The monocle is supposed to help you see better, but bugs don't know why humans would wear monocles. That, Dracoria, you are correct. I think that's the correct answer. So bugs are like, yeah. So old One-Eye, he killed the fancy guy, and he's like, I'm just going to put it here. And then I think we can agree his vision on the no-eye side is worse. So that is also a good, yes. So, putting a monocle on his side without an eye would make his eyesight better. I agree. What if instead of Tyranids, no. Callum. Stop. What is this? Callum, you're going in timeout for 10 minutes. There you go. Okay, cool. Anyways, we've got Barb Gaunts. We've got a Biovore. We've got a Neurolictor. We're gonna slide past that comment. We've got 3 Raveners. We got 3 Venothropes, an Execrid, a Screamer Killer, and a Tyrannifex. Sick. Okay, so we have pretty much everything that we would want. Maybe some more action doing stuff. I mean, yes, we have 40 Termagants, but like, are they really going to be doing actions? I don't think so. They're just going to be sitting in places and crossing their fingers that they don't get killed immediately, So with swarm list, and I would definitely think that this is pretty much a swarm list. We're going to want to have zoanthropes for the 6-up and vulnerable save. We don't want our termagants to for sure immediately die to everything that looks at them. So my first thing that I would probably think is, but we also need to have a neurotyrant. Are we right at 1500? We are right at 1500. So we're going to cut Synaptic Linchpin. I really don't think it's a really good enhancement. It's way overcosted, and it doesn't actually do anything if you are positioning correctly. And then we are going to cut the Tyrant effects as well as the Screamer Killer. So that's going to be 345. So it'll be 365 points. 365 points right there. And we are going to want to include zoanthropes times 6. And then we are going to want to have a neurotyrant. And I really, truly believe that if you're a running swarm, especially in an invasion fleet, you're going to want to have a neurotyrant. Yep. So that's going to be 305 points. And then, honestly, the rest of the list is looking pretty good. You could just do a lictor for the last 60 points. And then we're chilling. I think 1500 is an interesting point total to build off of. So I haven't delved too much into 1500 point lists, but seems cool. Seems sweet. That's kind of what I would do at first glance from this. Venothropes are great because they're going to give stealth and cover to these termagants. Zoanthropes are also going to be great because having an invulnerable save is going to be really good, and the versatility of their gun is really good. You also do kind of want a neurotyrant, just so I know that these guys are probably going to be clumped up together, the two termagants with synapse characters, a whole bunch. But just being able to trail out your neuroloids to wherever they need to be is really effective. But awesome. Moving right along, we have 1, 2, I think 3 more lists. 3. Yeah, we just got three lists. You guys have been incredible in chat today. It's good hanging out with you guys. And that was Road Turtle. Sweet. Yeah, I like it. This next one. Psychophages for Feel No Pains. Yeah, that's good too. I just feel like a lot of times, if you're careful, you could, well, I mean, maybe for one. Yeah, that might be good. But just being able to pop the 5-up Feel No Pain Invasion Fleet makes me less excited about a 6-up Feel No Pain with a Psychophage. I hope that makes sense. But yeah. Insanedevastator. Hey, Jordan, recent viewer, first-time poster. Below is my Immortal Titan list. Wow. I tried it in Crusher, a detachment, but Titan seems to need more sustainability. So, wait, does he have... He does have the Titan. Wow. Needs more sustainability / survivability, so I switched detachment to assimilation. The plan is for first group, Tyrant 1, Psycho 1, Hero, 1 Hero. Oh. Hive Tyrant, 1 Psychophage, 1 Hierophant. Okay. In mid second group, Harspecs, Pyro, Psycho. To go to one side, heal, shoot, kill, score. If you think his Crusher's better, please redo my noob list. Well, I will say this. Unfortunately, the Hierophant is probably not competitive. It is definitely very, very fun. So I think you just build it into whatever detachment you are excited about. I think Assimilation Swarm is great. I probably would build it into Invasion Fleet just so we get the 5-up Feel No Pain, and just so we get sustain or lethal on all of its guns. But Corey says, old school list building used to be figure out what your core is, 1,000 or 1,500 points, and then the last 500 points is your flavor. Yeah, I agree, and that's kind of what I do. You know, I like doing that as well. And then my core, of course, is going to shift depending on the detachment that I'm playing as well. Like, of course, my Vanguard core is going to be way different from my Invasion Fleet. Actually, Invasion Fleet to Crusher Stampede is pretty similar, I would say. Assimilation Swarm probably is the one that changes the most, whatever core. But that's a good thought, Jacory. I agree, man. Let's take a look at this. We have a Hive Tyrant, no enhancement, 20 Hormigons. I think especially if we're running a Hierophant, we want to break this up into two 10-mans. Just because you're going to want more units. You're going to want to have as many units as possible. We have Exocrine, Haruspex, then Hierophant, Psychophage, Psychophage. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 Harvester units. I feel like we need more Harvester units. What happens if we just play this in Invasion Fleet instead? All right, let's go. Let's do Invasion Fleet. We're pivoting to Invasion Fleet. It's going to be easy pivot because we don't have any enhancements or anything. So since we're in Invasion Fleet, we're going to cut Pyrovores. So that's going to be 105. 105 points. And then we're going to cut the 2 Psychophages as well. That's going to be 190 points. So that'll be 295 points. Thanks, Ben. I'll see you later. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. And then we probably want to, I feel bad. We're just like getting rid of the entire list, basically. The Haruspex, well, I guess that's what happens when you change detachments, right? Cutting the Haruspex as well. So that'll be 320 plus, so 420. Nobody say it, folks. Okay. 420 points, things that we want. I would say probably a counterpunch unit. We're either thinking like Gene Stealers would be good. Sorry if that bottle's loud. Gene Stealers would be good. A Maliceptor to help, sustain the Hierophant. I think actually the sustain an Invasion Fleet with the 5-up Feel No Pain is going to be where you want to be. Does this make us want to have a Neurotyrant as well? Maybe. Grab an Emissary and a Maliceptor. Oh, what if you did like Hierophant going up one side, Emissary going up the other? What do we think? How many points is that? I actually really like that idea. So that's 170 plus 260. So it'd be 430 points. And then we cut the Ripper Swarm. Let's do it. That would be incredible. Norn. Norn Emissary. 260. Maliceptor. 170. And then we cut the Ripper Swarms. We have 10 points left, or we have 15 points left over. We put perfectly adapted on the Hive Tyrant. I don't know what happened with me. Oh, I know. What are you saying, Oslo? Hey, Jordan, I had learned recently when it's in like the 4th wave, Hierophants go on broods of 3 or more. Oh, so like when the Tyranids are like really munching the planet, they bring in 3 Hierophants. It's kind of insane. That's just like kicking them when they're down, We're gonna eat your planet, and here's 3 of these things. Jeez. Just a couple reminders before we get to our second to last list. We are doing a pre-order system through Secondhand Geek. It's in the description below. Of course, sign up through our affiliate link, and then pre-order anything you want for the new Chaos Knights pre-order. It went on sale yesterday, I believe. There's some really good stuff. The Battle Force is probably one of the best battle forces to get into an army I've ever seen. It gets you half of a competitive list immediately. So it's pretty sweet. So if you're interested in starting a Chaos Knight army, or if you have a Chaos Knight army, consider pre-ordering through Secondhand Geek. It's going to support WNW a little bit. It's going to get you some more knights. So there's my shill. It's I sell, you know? Criticalmedic. He says, "Hey Jordan, wanted to get your opinion on my recent take on assimilation swarm. Death Leaper is mainly used for screening with his big base and doing actions like recover and containment. My main castle is double Maleceptor with the melee tyrant and a psychophage. I have a RTT that I'm taking this to coming up pretty soon. Would like your input, regardless of post my success after the tournament. Thank you for your time." Incredible. Thank you. Bennis for sure. Yeah, will do. Simulation Swarm. We've got a Death Leaper, Hive Tyrant with Instinctive Defense, Neurotyrant with Biophagic Flow. See, I really like this start. That's a good core of units. 1 Hormigaunt Squad, Biovore, Exocrine, Lictor, Maleceptor, Norn Assimilator, Psychophage, 1 Pyrovore, 2 Pyrovore, Swarms. Containment is going away. You're right, Tricoria. And then 6 Zoanthropes. I'm gonna be honest. I think I want 2 more Pyrovores to get this up to 70 points. I think you really get your efficiency when you're running Pyrovores in 2s at least. I mean, 3s is great as well. But if you think about it, your first Pyrovore is 40 points. Your second Pyrovore that you get is 30 points. Then your third one is 35 points. So if you're thinking about point efficiency, running them in 2s is the best for what we want. I really like this list. I just don't think we need the Zoanthropes. I think that they are going to be kind of caught up into stuff a little bit, and it's, I don't think we need it. So we can probably oh wait. The freaking Nid idea. Has 10 minutes passed and you just came back in? Oh my god. All right, 200 points. I'm going to delete Zoanthropes. We'll have 200 points left over. And then we're going to do Pyrovores time 2. Vor times 2, which is 70 points. And then we're going to do this again. So that means we're going to be at 170 points. Beep, bop, boop. Cool. Let's just do a third Maleceptor. No. Chat. Third Maleceptor. What do you think? We're at 170 points. Oh, we could do it if you do like a 6-man block of Tyrant Guard. That would be sick with the Hive Tyrant, but no, I think probably 170 points. Probably another Lictor. I think 2 Lictors is good. So we're at 110 points. Right. I mean, if you have the models, so there's like 2 things. You could go just 3 more Pyrovores and have 5 points left over, and then you're like that's pretty heavy Assimilation Swarm. I really like that actually. Or you can get like extra of these guys, but I think you're trying to make your list thick. Another Neurotyrant? I think 1 Neurotyrant is fine. Yeah, let's do a 3-man Pyrovore. Am I even typing? Yeah. You have 5 points left over. I just think you want to kind of just be in the center of the board. Like flame stuff, and the 1 Ripper is fine. I'm not a huge fan of Rippers, of course, but being able to deep strike a Ripper or having it be behind the Hive Tyrant or something seems pretty cool. But this seems like a fun list. I think Assimilation Swarm is sweet. I think it's a sweet detachment. Speaking of sweet stuff, Oslith says, do you think Warhammer will do point changes to Tyranids? Ability changes, speculations? I have why 3-man instead of 3 times solos? Because we already had 2 2-man squads with the Pyrovore. I think Tyranids, in my opinion, should probably get like a 5 to 10% point decrease. Maybe that's too much. I don't know, but I definitely feel like Tyranids are not in a good spot right now. I don't. I don't really think they're at the point where they want to change too many abilities. I know that the Hive Tyrant twice per battle round free stratagem is probably going away. I've heard lots of talk that Gilliman is getting nerfed, and in Gilliman's wake, Hive Tyrant is also getting nerfed, which I'm okay with. It's fine. As long as they then bring down the Hive Tyrant like 20 points or something like that to compensate. And I agree. Tyranids play well into Death Guard. Interesting. One or two units could use rule changes. There's a fair few units that need decreases to be more on par with other options in Codex. I agree with that, but I also feel like we're in this tough spot because we were also one of the first codexes. So like, I mean, it's always going to be like the codex creep is just going to happen, you know, meaning codexes later on in the edition are just going to be a little bit better. And there's not too much that you can do about that besides just get really good at your army, you know, and that's kind of what I've tried to do. I'm not sure about that one bit is, but yeah. Anyways, moving to our last list. Reminder: this Wednesday the stream is going to look different. It's probably going to be on Tabletop Simulator. So you know, if you could still come out and show support and watch us as we do a little pivot from our content. We will be back to the stream house very soon. I'm not sure if it's going to be next week, but it will be soon. So we appreciate your support and patience as we pivot our Wednesday stream. Moving right along, Lewis with the last name. Wear a costume for the where are my costumes? That could be like a goal, you know, like every I like change costumes. That's a good idea. I hope my costumes are here at my house. It might be at my work. Don't ask. Hello, Jordan. Love the content. Based in Abu Dhabi. That's sick. That's awesome. And I have a couple of tournaments upcoming. Been working on this list, which I'm actually 3-0 on. Sweet. I don't have a gargoyle costume. I know that's probably very disappointing. I should have one. My main dilemma: should I change out one Tyranid to acid spray instead of 2 rupture cannons? My main play is hide the Neurolictors 12 inches away, 2 objective markers. Yeah. Stage the Gene Stealers to counter and use the Von Ryans to be annoying. Yep. The Death Leaper and Gargoyles I rarely use well. Swarmlord gives me lots of CP. Dang, this list sounds sweet. Okay. We've got Hunting Grounds, Double Broodlord, Death Leaper, Neurotyrant, and Swarmlord. I'm really hoping Swarmlord gets a point decrease. If Swarmlord was like 200 points, I'd run him. I mean, he'd probably be too good if he was 200 points. He's pretty good, though. Like, the Vect and the extra CP is really nice. We have Gargoyles, Biovore, 20 Gene Stealers, 2 Neurolictors, 1 Pyrovore, 2 Tyranofexes, Von Ryans, and the Zoanthropes. Interesting. Here's my thing. I do like this list. I agree, Jacob. 200 points is probably too much. Maybe like 220. Make him tankier, choppier. Yeah. He used to be able to like ignore invulnerable saves and stuff, which was insane. I don't want our Uber bug to be cheap. Yeah. Oh, so you're saying you would rather you let me have Swarmy at 200 if Angron could be 275? You know what, Dracoria? I think I'd take that because I think Angron is significantly less good now. So if that's a trade, I would do that. I would say yes. I think we need more Vanguard stuff in this Vanguard list. I think it's a good core. And I have heard of some people with success with like a more shooty build of Vanguard Onslaught. That's not necessarily how I run Vanguard Onslaught, but I'm not saying that it's the wrong way to run Vanguard Onslaught. So right now, I'm thinking about maybe cutting both Tyranofexes. That's a huge pivot to the list. Maybe the Tyranofexes are good as like an anchor point. But I feel like the Tyranid and the Zoanthropes is too much. So here's my thing. I would probably cut. Let's cut both Tyranid. I'm going back and forth too much, and I'm also going to cut the Pyrovore. So that's going to be 440 points. 440 points. That's a lot. When I run Vanguard Onslaught, my core is probably 30 Gene Stealers. So we are going to start by adding our third squad of Gene Stealers alongside our third Broodlord. I just think Vanguard Onslaught, you just like the Gene Stealers is just really kind of cool. So that's 230 points. So that means we have 210 points left over. Bada bing, bada boop. That's crazy. Like 210 points, and then you literally still have so many things left over. Then I think we drop one of the Neurolictors. So that's 80 points. So that's going to be 290 points. Bada bing. And then we want to put Lictor times 3. Lictors, in my opinion, are, and of course they're not in the same squad. They can't do that. I'm just doing it to shorthand a little bit. Lictors are probably the best unit that Vanguard Onslaught has access to. And it's just, they're just very good. They do everything that Vanguard Onslaught wants to be. You need either the double Rupture or double Zoes to deal with vehicle spam, I think. I think Vanguard Onslaught, your game plan is different into vehicles. I think you want to just like Von Ryan them and then keep them in their deployment zone, be as annoying as possible. And you don't necessarily want to go for brute force. I think the Zoanthropes are actually going to be pretty good into the tanks. 6 last cannon shots is not bad, and then you'll pick up the Gene Stealers. Or you'll pick up the rest with the Gene Stealers. I do agree with you. Vehicle spam is a really, really kind of not the best matchup for Vanguard Onslaught. You can win through it. You just have to be really smart, or you have to play really, really kind of tight. What about a Winged Prime with Warrior Brick, 2 Deep Strike? So that's another thing. I like having 3 melee bricks at least. Like triple Gene Stealer or double Gene Stealer and a Warrior Squad is something that I've also done with success in the past. Warriors do a great job at picking up tanks. Unless the tanks are toughness 12, then the Gene Stealers are going to do way better. So that's another point where you could go. But I'm feeling more. What we could try that. So that means we would have 15 more points. That means we're 125. Yeah. Max says, what would you trade for a T-Fex? You would improve your tank matchup. If you are specifically gunning for the tank matchup, I think you do you probably keep the list as is. Vanguard Onslaught is really good at activating into like elite stuff, like tougher infantry, like Custodes. I feel like Vanguard could have a pretty good time because I just feel like you can get to them before they can get to you. But if you want to skew a little bit into the vehicle list, then the double Rupture Cannon is fine. And Rodrigo says, I could never make the Warriors work. Gene Stealers work much better for me, at least. I agree. The 5-up Feel No Pain is actually huge. And not the Feel No Pain, the Invulnerable save. And 10 models instead of 7 is huge. I charged in a recent RTT that I was playing at. Great opponent. I charged into Scarbrand with my 6-man warrior squad with a prime. And I was like, okay, these guys pick up Scarbrand. And I do surprise assault. I get a bunch of sustain and everything. He makes all of his saves except for 3. And then he just claps back and sweeps the entire unit in 1 activation. That was during my turn. So it's pretty tough. Steelers are also very fast. They did not do good. Oh, really? Who were you playing? Was it me? Oh, Wardens? Yeah. I mean, that could happen. You got to be smart about that as well. Just make your opponent roll 3s and unders, then you win. Yeah, the 4 of Feel No Pain is tough. So maybe you, I don't know, just ignore storm, skirt around him or something. It's tough. It's tough to do. Okay, so we have 110 points to play with. Oh, he doesn't have Raveners. Oh, man. Times 3, that's 75 points. That means we will have, what, 35 points left over? I guess a Ripper. We can do a Ripper Swarm and a Stalker on one of these. I think Stalker is actually an okay enhancement. You just have to remember to use it. That's the hardest part about that enhancement. Is I find it often, you're just like, oh, where did I put it on this? And then the Ripper, if you want to do like engage on all fronts, a whole bunch. The Feel No Pain and the Invulns or 3-up did good, yeah. Because Surges can be scary. That's a matchup I haven't actually played with Vanguard. I just assumed it was good. Cool. That's our last list, everybody. Reminder, if you want Chaos Knights, check out the pre-orders down below. Use our affiliate link, and it's going to give us a little bit of a thank you for supporting Secondhand Geek, and it's going to give you some really cool Chaos Knights. In addition, we will be streaming on Wednesday. To what end? I'm not sure. It's probably going to be a TTS live stream. I promise you, it will still be entertaining. It's going to be Zach and I. It will be scuffed probably, but look out for it and come join us and support. Will GW ever fix the surprise attack stratagem? I think they did fix it. You used to be able to do it like to any unit on the battlefield. I don't think you can do that anymore. I think it's whenever, like, before you're about to attack. I forget. I know they fixed it. You can't, like, it's not like super broken. Ozlith, no, I'm sorry. Anyways, I'll see you Wednesday. Bye. Oh, sorry. Oh, Jacob, you can become a member on our YouTube channel. On the channel, there's a become a member. We're also in most of the channels. Bye, everybody.